Well, a new study finds millennials are most likely to rent, but they're also the least likely to have renter's insurance. A new survey by InsuranceQuotes.com finds 66% of Americans aged 18 to 29 years old rent their home, compared to just 37% of consumers overall. But less than a third of those millennial renters have renter's insurance. When asked why, a majority of the age group said cost is not the primary reason. Well, joining me now to talk more about it is Frank Cannon with UBS Financial Services. Good morning.
Good morning.
It just seems silly to rent somewhere and not get insurance for it. Why are millennials doing this?
Well, you know, it's funny. UBS did a survey amongst our clients, thousands of clients, boomers who have millennial children, and we came away with some pretty interesting information about millennials. One is that when it comes to their careers and jobs, they're very adventurous. They like to have multiple job changes and career changes just in their 20s, unlike their parents that maybe have a couple of jobs but one career for the majority of their life.
I'm sure it's going to be much more uncommon in the future to see people who have been at a job for 30-plus years.
Exactly, and some of the problems with that for millennials is, you know, how do you save for retirement if you're jumping from job to job? So it's really important that the parents introduce the millennials to the reasons for saving, particularly for retirement and the purchase of a home, very early on.
Way before they even can think about retirement, they have to think about school, loans. How do they really set up for the success eventually?
Well, I think that it all begins at the home. So early on, parents have to teach their children about saving, and there's no better time that once your adult child gets their first job is to sit them down and explain to them why they need to have things like health insurance, why they need to save for retirement, why they need to put away money for an eventual home purchase. But one of the things we did find is that the parents are also a contributing factor to this.
Oh, they're in trouble too.
So we found that over 70% of millennials are receiving some form of financial support from their parents, and their parents view this as a good thing because it keeps them close to their millennial children.
Gotta cut them off, right?
Exactly.
Teach them the right way, and then we can all thank our parents later for doing that,
Exactly.
right? Whoever wants to do when they're young. All right. Well, thank you so much. Real quick, you said you had some advice?
Yep. So the first thing and most important thing for the parents is when they do get their new job, introduce them to the family financial advisor, bring them into the fold, and let them begin a relationship with the financial advisor.
Great stuff. Thank you so much.
Thank you.
All right. Well, up next, we have your 11 News, John, Carrie, and your